Once again, we back with another episode of Triple Beam Radio. With me in the studio, as always, I got the infamous Los Baby. Say what's happening, Los.
What up, what up? It's your boy Los Baby, a.k.a. Exceptional Jones to the slab.
Okay, man, I'm President Bodine with 2 Ds for a double dose of this pimping. And as always, we got the man behind the scenes, the stick who stirs the drink. I got my boy JK. Say what's happening, JK.
What's happening?
So y'all know how we do our business. Let's get this thing started, man. Man, Los, man, let's do a little catching up, man. What you been up to here?
Man, I ain't been up to nothing. I'm trying to figure out why people in Port Arthur called the police on that cat, man. I'm trying to figure that out.
Hey, man, that angle, it looks massive.
You know?
And then until you did the comparison to the water bowl that was sitting next to it, man.
Look, the first image I thought, wow, that looks wow. Second image, I say, man, that's a damn house cat.
Yeah, it was, man.
Who doing this? He just close to the camera, right? But then I started seeing more posts and more posts and more posts, and I was like, wait a minute, people are taking this seriously.
Yeah.
And I was disheartened, I guess, and I don't know why, because that's a recurring theme, right, on Facebook. If whoever posted it or whoever shared it is somebody that they think knows something,
Okay.
people tend to run with stuff, right?
Absolutely.
And I don't understand the why behind that, but I understand that it's a thing.
And for those of you, who are clueless to what we're talking about, maybe our out-of-state viewers or out-of-the-country viewers, there was this post going around here in town. It was here in Port Arthur, Texas. It was was it a security camera, maybe a ring camera?
Yeah, it looked like a ring cam.
Of a cat underneath, was it in someone's driveway?
Yeah, it looked like under a carport. The crazy part is there's a food bowl there.
Yeah. So the thing was that the angle that it took the
probably
picture,
them people's cat.
this cat looked massive. So it was going around on social media that we had a cougar in town.
And just for those of you who've never been to Port Arthur, we don't have big cats in the area.
You know, we're swamp.
Yeah.
Swamp
There's no swamp.
Yeah.
You know,
we'll have
catch
a
little
gator or
bobcat,
something. Yeah.
You know, little bobcat, little gator, a few deer, some wild hogs, you know.
Oh, plenty of them. Yeah.
No cougars, no panthers.
So
you
the
gotta
picture
go
was
up
going
East
around,
Texas for
man.
that.
And when I first saw it, I was taken aback as well. I'm like, holy shit, like, it's going down around here now, right? But like I say, when you looked at the second picture, did you see the water dish standing next to the cat?
It's like, wait a minute, man. It's a goddamn house cat, man. What are they doing?
Man.
But like I said, when I saw that it had taken off the way that it did, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
But that's no different than, and this is why, and I think we had a brief conversation about this before, but this is why I think AI is so dangerous to the world. It's because of how quick people are to accept information without verifying. Right? Because this shit got so wild so quickly that the local police department put an alert out
Yeah.
for people to keep their kids inside and shit.
Yeah.
And when they put the alert out, they actually had a photograph of a real mountain lion
Yeah.
instead of the ring cam picture of the house cat that actually started the controversy. They put just like a stock photo of a mountain lion. Man, people were really freaking out about this. Because, I mean...
Mountain lions
I
can
get
get
it.
150, 160 pounds.
They don't get that heavy, but they can eat you.
What, they about
can
120,
maul you and eat
130?
you. Yeah, maybe about that.
So a
They
bigger
strong,
end one is 150 on the bigger
Oh
end.
yeah, that's a massive one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
They wiry, but they strong.
Yeah, they
now.
wild animals,
yeah.
bro.
And
Yeah,
I
they-
mean, you stretch one out, they 6 foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they wild
But
animals. They gonna do
definitely
some
dangerous.
damage.
They can kill and eat a human, right?
Yeah.
So they ain't no punks or nothing. But man, like
And then they catch.
been
They gonna
living
be all
here
up
your
in the
whole
trees
life,
and
man.
shit.
You know ain't no mountain lions in Port Arthur. Why would you let them people tell you that? But people were really afraid for a second there, man. And I just think information like that can be dangerous because it creates panic.
And
You know.
if you've ever been in an area where they are, when they are spotted in town, like they send out alarms and shit, like
Yeah.
because like he just said, those things gonna do some damage if they
Bro,
come
listen.
within human contact. Bro.
and
for real.
I
Yeah.
was in Morro Bay, California,
Yeah.
right? It's a beach town, and there are mountains like right across the freeway.
Yeah.
And legit, 2006. I go and visit my little buddy, the other half of my little musical duo back in the Gap. I had Energy, we called ourselves.
I remember
right?
Energy.
Yeah, so I go.
You still ain't let
They
me
were
hear none of
living
that
in
either. But go ahead.
Pismo Beach. we done had that discussion. I let the man listen to the song. He don't say nothing. But anyway,
You see how he still ain't let me hear that. But
people
go ahead.
let you know your shit trash in various ways.
Oh, man.
So what I did, I stayed with them for like first week I was there because I actually stayed over there for 5 weeks.
Okay.
I took a long vacation. I had done a bunch of turnaround work right after Hurricane Rita and made a bunch of money and shit. So I decided I was going to go and we was going to cut an album. So I went and first week I stayed at their townhouse with them. But when we were recording, we was a little loud for the neighbors. So the neighbors asked us to keep the noise down, so we moved the recording. I got a hotel room and we moved the recording to the hotel. The guy at the hotel did me a solid, put us on the end so we wouldn't be loud and bother nobody or nothing like that. So we were recording in my hotel room. Well, I had just got through recording at the time what I thought was a really nice cut that I called The Ghetto, right? I actually feel like I went hard on that bad boy, but other people thought otherwise. So
Did y'all sample the old The Ghetto song?
No. It was all original on this thing, man. I'm talking about,
Okay.
man. One of these days, I'm gonna
wanna
let
hear
you
it.
check it out.
Yeah, I wanna hear it.
Matter of fact, I'll let you check it out when we go on break. I got it in the playlist.
Okay, yeah, I wanna hear it.
But
I want to hear it.
so I decided I felt like they had a pool hall down the street, like go maybe a mile down the street from my hotel, and there was a road that led you to the pier at Morro Bay. Early in the morning, I would go walk to that pier, and they would have all these sea lions under the pier, and they would just be out there lounging around, hanging out. And then right around the time the sun would get up heavy, the sharks would come in, going after the sea lions, and the sea lions would all take off, and you would see all these sharks. Really beautiful sight. It's crazy, but beautiful, right? And guys would be out there surfing and shit. So I said, you know what, I'm going to go get me a burger at this pool hall. Took off walking down the street, and I thought I was tripping. And I see this mountain lion standing in the middle of the damn highway, middle of the freeway. And I say it's freeway. It was more like a road, like 87, right? Like
Okay.
Guffway Drive turns into Highway 87. But when you pass when you headed out towards Bridge City,
Yeah, okay.
when you pass Main Street, it gets a little more rural. It was like that, right? It was getting in between where the hotel was, it was city. Then it was kind of like grassy.
Tapering off something.
Yeah, they had a little butterfly sanctuary.
Okay.
With some moss, some grass, looked like and then it was going back
So
to
you
city.
you came face to face.
Right in the
How far
middle.
was it from you?
Man, that thing might have been a quarter mile from me, maybe. Nah, it wasn't that far. It's probably a full block,
Okay.
right?
A city block.
A full city block
Yeah.
away from me.
Yeah, which is pretty big, a city
But
block. Yeah.
in the moment, that joker looked like it was about 50 feet from me. It was close enough that I could see it lick its chops. And my legs got stuck on me for a second. I couldn't move my legs. I'm looking at this thing, and it's looking at me, and it licked its chops one time, and when it leaped, it cleared the rest of the street, the sidewalk, and the bushes, and disappeared.
With
This
one leap.
thing probably jumped about 12 foot in one leap, man. And when I couldn't see it no more,
From
my
a
legs-
standstill?
From a standstill. And it was standing still facing me. It turned sideways like it saw something over there, and it just, boom.
Boy, you see that athletic? It was gonna fuck Los
Man,
up.
when I tell you this
it
thing
was gonna fuck
cleared,
Los up.
the rest, it was in the middle.
Yeah.
It cleared those two lanes.
Yeah.
It cleared the sidewalk, and it cleared the bushes that was next to the sidewalk. And it disappeared on the other side of them bushes. When I didn't see it no more, my legs broke free. I turned the other direction. I ran back to my hotel. I hadn't ran full speed since probably junior high school.
Okay.
I didn't even run from the police, man. I ran so hard, so fast, bro, that like legit, my legs were sore the next morning.
Right.
Scared the absolute shit out of me. Then I'm watching the news. It's no shit. It's maybe 2 days later, I'm watching the news, and they looking for this dude in the mountains because him and his wife was riding their bikes in the mountains, and a mountain lion jumped out, got on the woman. The dude start fighting with the mountain lion and get him off his wife, told the wife, go get help.
That's what they advise you to do.
When they came back, they couldn't find him.
Fight it.
Yeah, because like you say, 120, 130, right? Now, you're talking about 120, 130 pounds in the animal kingdom.
Pure muscle.
It's different than 120. You know what I mean? But
With
they will advise
3-4-inch claws. And
if you get back
You
in,
know.
you can't play dead, none of that shit with you.
nah.
Fight it.
You're not going to run from it.
Yeah.
So,
man, look.
Swing,
they
you might
couldn't
catch it in the
find
eye
this
or
dude,
something.
bro.
You get what I'm saying, bro? Yeah.
This a grown man.
Yeah.
They couldn't find him. They ended up finding a couple pieces of him.
Yeah.
Mountain lion had done ate this cat, bro. But he saved his wife, you know.
Yeah.
But that's another conversation because I don't know why we got to be doing that. You know what I'm saying?
So, but it is
what it is.
That was
but,
so
you know.
Ain't no mountain lions in Port Arthur. Now, speaking of Port Arthur, I got a rhetorical question for you. Los, rhetorical question for you as well, JK. I know the answer, but I'm just.
Yeah.
Is Bun from Port Arthur?
Man, that man ain't never told
Shout
nobody.
out, Bun. My
He
boy.
was from
It's
Port
rhetorical.
Arthur. And you know, listen, this is my thing. I get what the guy was saying.
What Sauce Walker was saying?
Yes. I get what he was saying. The problem I have with what he was saying is that don't no child have no say in where they live. I had this conversation with this cat
What I
about
saw on Breakfast
Kamala
Club
Harris.
was he just cleared it up because they was talking about Drake featuring Houston artists, right? So he named Charlamagne named a few. So then he said UGK, and all Sauce said was, "No, they from Port Arthur. We talking about Houston, Charlamagne."
Yeah. But
You know what I'm
in
saying?
Charlamagne's defense, right,
Yeah.
Bun has repped Houston and Port Arthur.
Okay.
Now, he ain't never said, you know, I'm H-Town for life on his songs.
No.
But he has said H-Town for life, right? This guy, he reps both.
Mm-hmm.
Pimp was always 100, Port Arthur, right? But he wasn't actually born in Port Arthur. So it's like when people start getting into semantics like
And
that,
technicalities,
you're
right?
just purposefully trying to be a dick to the guy for no reason.
Right.
Because the
Because-
people who be talking about it, like, they don't know that dude no way, man. I don't even understand it.
Right. Right. Because if you know him
Fuck it.
personally, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Because it's like legit. I think I was born in Port Arthur. If I'm remembering the story my mama
lot of
told me
cats was born in
correctly,
Galveston.
I was born in St. Mary's. But my brother was born in
A lot of
Galveston,
people born in Galveston.
right? So I don't know because I wasn't there. I mean, I was, but I don't have no recollection of that. So I got to rock with whatever my mama had told me, right? But I think people put a little too much, they invested too much in that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Because that man ain't done nobody nothing.
Yeah, because it really ain't that serious, right?
It's
Or
not.
it shouldn't be.
Right.
It shouldn't be, right? But people be, and then it's like cats from Port Arthur, man. Bun don't fuck with Port Arthur. I've never got that vibe from Bun.
Nah,
I just never have.
This the thing.
You know?
If he don't fuck with you, don't mean he don't fuck with Port
Right.
Arthur.
Because
I
like
think he
this
fuck
is
with
my
who he fuck
classmate
with.
and my friend. Like I
Yeah.
legit, if I see this dude somewhere, I'm not gonna have to say, "Hey, Bun." He go holler at me. It's goddamn Los, what's up, baby? You know, I
Yeah,
gotta.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I actually really know the guy.
I mean, I do too.
But like
Right.
this dude lived next door to y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I mean, that's who
you
taught me
know
how to
what
ride
I'm
a bike.
saying? Yeah. It's like
When I was
this, you know.
hey, and go even a little deeper. That's who gave me my first conversation about birds and the bees. Now you know
So
that
it's
was
like-
fucked up. But go ahead.
Hey man. Yeah, it had to be because Bud ain't know nothing. But you know,
Because we was both kids.
Look, that's my boy, but he ain't know nothing.
He was
back
like,
then.
he was about 12,
Shit.
13.
Yeah,
He
Bud ain't
was
know
both
nothing.
baby. I
He
was
ain't
like
know
in the
nothing.
Whatever
Whatever he told
grade.
you, whatever Bud told you, he heard from Rand T.
Look here, I was like
You
in
understand?
kindergarten or
Shit.
first grade. He got to be like 6 or 7. He might have been freestyling back then.
I'm
you know?
telling you, shout out to Rand T, because I promise you, whatever Bud told you, he heard from Rand T.
I mean, when you think back about it, he was a
That's
kid his damn self.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But I mean,
he
it's
older
like-
than me, but he was a kid his damn self, man.
Like
yeah.
legit, man. The dude, man, them guys, that group, right? There are a lot of people who would not be aware that Port Arthur existed were it not for that particular group.
Yeah. I agree.
Now, there are people who say shit like, man, UGK put PA on the map. Well, now, hold on for a second.
To what generation, Los?
Because, like, who you talking about when you say they put them on the map? If you want to say they put them on the map in hip-hop, okay. But there are other areas that Port Arthur was long ago famous for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with rap music. But if that's,
You know what I know? I'm gonna tell you like this. When I moved up to Newcastle, right? For those who had heard of Port Arthur, it was either Janis Joplin, right? Jimmy Johnson, or possibly they had a grandparent or a dad or something who traveled.
yeah.
In the
If you
ports,
was in
seamen
shipping,
and shit. Yeah.
If you was in shipping, anybody who rode ships knew about Port Arthur.
Yeah. Yeah.
They literally used to call this place Little New York.
Yeah, that's how
You know, it was wild, but
that's how people knew who I met in my travels. And this was before the UGK explosion.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, bro?
But if you a professional athlete,
early mid-90s, you know what I'm
right?
saying? Yeah.
If you're a professional athlete, you knew Joe Washington and Tim McKay long before you knew UGK.
But look here,
You know
we
what
had
I
a
mean?
Port Arthur cat playing for the Steelers. Was it Charles Johnson?
Yeah. That's Burroughs and them little brother.
Yeah, he played for us. He was on the Steelers. Him and Micaiah was on the
little
Steelers.
brother. Yeah, Charles was a year older than me.
Yeah, and Micaiah was on the Steelers, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, they both was right.
Yeah, Charles was a year older than me. We went to Woodrow together.
Yeah.
He left when we went to high
Because I'm
school.
trying to think what teams PA.
Yeah, he ended up going to California.
So
and
you
he
had Micaiah on
went to the University
Frisco.
of Colorado for that.
Yeah, with Leopold on Frisco.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of, even before that, bro.
Yeah.
HG played for the Bears.
HG.
In the 60s.
Yeah, HG.
So, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lengthy
yeah. And then,
historical
like
athletic
yeah, Janis Joplin.
history there. The musical aspect of it even. Bro, Jimi Hendrix and them played in Port Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
They had a venue in Sabine Pass that hosted all of the greats. Antoine's Auditorium.
James Brown, Ike and
Hosted
Tina.
the Temps.
Yeah, Ike
like,
and
you know,
Tina.
like it was, Port Arthur was
Omar
because
Say
it was
Etta
such
James
a big
came through around here.
shipping.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Because it was such a big
Shout out
shipping
Pimpin'
area,
Omar.
right?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, Omar Lateef, man.
Yeah, shout out Pimpin' Omar.
Tex Woods to some of y'all. You
Yeah,
understand?
shout out Pimpin' Omar.
But yeah, it's one of them things where, like, I get it, but again, most of the people who be having the conversations aren't people who actually know the guy.
Right.
And
I
I
agree.
just feel like that would be, to me, that's the equivalent of me speaking on Jay-Z. I don't know that dude, man.
Right.
I know what he's saying in his raps. If I don't know that shit is fake, then something wrong with me. Because, I mean, like, who don't know that rap is the musical WWE?
Yeah, they're going to always put some sauce
You know what I
on
mean?
it. Always put sauce on it.
Cats don't know that, man. Something wrong with you. You tripping with yourself.
You damn near
if
like you
think
damn near
these
have to
guys-
put some sauce on it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's entertainment.
You know?
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
you know, I don't know, man. Like I say, you know, and, you know, we talked about this a little bit earlier. I just think a lot of people are too invested in the lives of other people. And it's stuff that could negatively or positively impact them that's way closer to home that they don't really put a lot of care into or emphasis on, i.e. local politics. I see cats on a regular basis posting about national politics. And it'd be bad information. It'd be based on a single article they read. And cats my age, right? We grew up with guys like Ted Koppel and Dan Rather, right? A lot of people don't even remember that this shit used to be like this, bro. Ted Koppel had a show called Nightline.
I remember.
This dude would be stone-faced just reading the news. Wasn't no emotion and nothing. I don't give a damn if he said, yeah, a gunman went into a school and murdered 47 children,
You know
parents.
what?
Or
It's crazy you say
he
that.
would be stone-faced and monotonous in his tone. He was reporting the news.
All the way till I was a kid, my dad talked about, because I'm building off of what you just said here. When Walter Cronkite broke down after the Kennedy assassination.
It was odd.
That's how uncommon, like he said, it was just, you read the news.
Right.
There was no emotion,
Them
there was
dudes
no
would
opinion.
just tell you the story.
Yeah, man.
They didn't
Yeah.
care which way it
Yeah.
went, who was right, who was wrong, or none of that. They
Yeah.
didn't have no opinion that they would voice publicly.
Yeah.
What we got now, the news has turned into a bunch of opinionated talking heads. Everybody got their own little talk show going on. And it's like, bro, that's supposed to be for the talk shows. That ain't,
That shouldn't be news.
this not news.
Right.
But people will take that and they think it's fact because that guy said it. And then when you say, no, you know, that's not factual, this is actually factual. Or you just hate that person, or you love that person. No, I don't give a fuck about them one way or another. But I do believe that facts are important,
Okay.
right? So one of these things, like when I look at the reaction,
So what about this reaction? Kamala's not black.
and it's like, bro, if you were any other race but black, I could understand you making that conversation up. But if you black in America and you don't know that that's a nigga,
because look here, fam. Because look here. Because
Come
if
on.
she get pulled over by
that's a nigga,
a
man.
racist cop, they don't say, "Oh, that's a Jamaican, let him go."
No.
That's a nigga, bro.
And then
all day.
And I'm telling folks, and I'm telling you from experience.
She ain't got no accent.
Because folks
That's
be
a
sitting there
nigga.
saying, because her dad's Jamaican. Well, they don't even say they black. Well, guess who's, my family's Caribbean. My dad, the whole one side of his family's Caribbean. I've never heard them not say they were
You
black.
know the other part to that is them same motherfuckers who telling you that now about her Jamaican daddy praised the hell out of Marcus Garvey.
Okay. And he wasn't black American, was he?
Marcus Garvey was Jamaican.
Jamaican.
Just like her daddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, man.
But them the same niggas, them the same
Yeah.
type niggas too. Because people don't talk about this. Everybody talk about how awesome Marcus Garvey is now because the man dead.
But he was hated in his
Black people put him in the penitentiary, man.
Yeah.
Black people went to the police and told the police that he was defrauding them because he was selling them tickets to a cruise ship that he hadn't completed building.
Yeah, to go back to Africa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because the white man had then created Liberia. This white dude created the country of Liberia so that black people could leave this motherfucker and go home and create something for themselves. Marcus Garvey, now he had done built theaters and this dude did all kind of great works in New York City, man. And he said, look, this is what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna create a luxury cruise line for us because we couldn't enjoy the luxury cruise lines because they were white only, or we had to be down in what they call steerage, right? He had one ship. People were able to enjoy it, but he needed capital to build a second ship. So he did what every fucking apartment complex in the world do right now. They rent the fucking units before they finish building.
Right.
Then they can go to the investors and say, I'm already at 80% capacity.
Yeah, let's go.
This is the capital I need to complete, construction. And they get it because they know, hey, man, these dudes already got people paying money.
Yeah.
So he started selling tickets to build the ship. Black people, and I'm going to say this shit, and I don't give a fuck who don't like it, the exact same thing we doing to Umar Johnson right now. Jermaine Shoemake, same thing. Because Umar been talking about building this school, right? Umar said he needed X number of dollars.
Right.
At the time, he needed those dollars because he had a building that he wanted. That it would cost him. Now, this just for the building.
He got the building, though. The building
now,
okay.
He does now.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a year, man. Where that school that he was talking about.
Yeah, he got the building.
He built no motherfucking school. He scamming people. He taking everybody's money and whoop-de-whoop.
Did you ever see the interview?
Like legit, bro.
Because, he tried to do all the renovations with black-owned companies. And he said he couldn't.
Like legit.
Niggas.
We're running off with the cash
For
and
real,
not
bro.
showing up, man.
Niggas.
Like this, you know what I'm saying?
He said he tried, man.
It's fucked up. But it's real. That's fucked up, man. But this is like, bro, I'm telling you, if you read back the story of Marcus Garvey, and I'm not trying to say that Dr. Umar is Marcus Garvey. I'm only saying that there are similarities in the way these two men were treated by our community.
Man, look.
A community that he means absolutely nothing but the best for.
Yeah.
Now, black people will say, well, nah, I don't fuck with Dr. Umar because he hate gays. He does not hate gay people, according to him. He just believes that homosexuality is a plant in the black community to limit our family and social structures.
So he don't think it was
And I get it.
he don't think it was around prior to blacks in America?
It's not that he doesn't believe it was around prior to that. He believes that it is intentionally pushed in our community.
Okay.
For the purpose of hindering our central and our centralized family unit. Now, if you're looking at it objectively, you got to be able to see where he may have a point.
Okay.
Charleston White said the shit once too. Black women, biggest promoters of homosexuality in the black community.
I seen that interview with Charleston said that. Okay.
He had a point. I ain't got to like everything the guy says, but I do have to recognize when there's some validity to some of the stuff that he says, right? I know that when Umar Johnson started telling people that I'm a psychologist, they immediately started saying, where did he get his degrees? Mm-hmm. Bro, Dr. Oz was on Oprah for almost 10 motherfucking years with no degree, and nobody questioned it. And black people did every fucking thing he said. Dr. Phil operated and had a whole motherfucking show without all the degrees that he needed. Well, he got his stuff now.
Okay.
But Dr. Phil ended up admitting to people that he did not have all of the certifications that people originally. Now, he never actually said he had them. People assumed that he did.
Because he put a doctor in front of his
Because
name?
he had the doctor in front of his name and because of the things he was doing. But Dr. Phil was never actually prescribing anybody medication. He was linking them up with therapists.
With psychiatrists and shit.
Psychiatrists and stuff like that,
So this
right?
motherfucker was...
At one point, no, he was not.
Shit. I'm Dr. Bowden.
But Roland Martin
Crazy.
Call me Dr. Bowden.
got Dr. Umar on his show.
MBA,
and basically damn near
PhD.
tried to beat this man to death,
Understands
bro,
me.
about what education he didn't have
Former
and how they couldn't find his
PIMP.
degree.
All right.
You know, like that's wild to me because it's like you don't do that to nobody but us. Why he? So what he's saying ain't shit because he ain't got this piece of paper you think he ought to have. Fuck the fact that everything he talking about is real shit. Mm-hmm. He ain't got this piece of paper, so we should just discard everything he said. That's what black people was doing, Dr. Umar. Black people got on social media and politicked with other black people to not give that man money for that school. Why? If you don't want to contribute, don't contribute.
Don't
Why
contribute,
are you politicking?
But don't hinder somebody else from giving if that's what
Right?
they want to do. Yeah.
Well,
But look at what's
I
happening
think-
right now.
I think
Look at what's happening right
with
now to Kamala Harris.
With Dr. Umar, I think what's going on is that on social, he is mostly portrayed as a joke.
Bro, ain't nothing buffoon about that guy.
They've spun a lot of his shit into some jokes, man. They
See what I'm
have.
saying?
They have.
Like,
They have.
When you
They
when,
have.
when you ask,
They have spun
if
a
you
lot
was
of that
to
shit.
ask the average, like just the average social media user that's seen,
They probably don't think he's serious.
they don't think he's serious.
You know why? Because they've never actually listened to a speech
No.
of his.
No.
They've only listened to the clips and read the memes.
Yeah. Because like I said, they've spun there all that
They
shit
watched
to
the
a joke.
30-second clip of him on the Breakfast Club.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or they watched that viral TikTok
Yeah.
of him when he holding the camera and the fine chick walk
Yeah.
by, and he's saying the car becomes the
Yeah.
Well, I just seen
girl
one
was
the other day.
dragging a wagon though. She
And
caught,
then some
she
of the
caught his eye.
shit he be saying.
You
You
know?
know what I mean? Some of the sayings he
Yeah.
be having. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, it's funny. It
I'll
is.
say this.
It is.
First off, the guy's an incredible intellectual.
Yes.
That's first thing off
Yes.
the bat. I'm talking. It take one to know one. I'm telling you, this guy's an intellectual. Number two, he got the gift for gab. Dude can talk his ass off. He can. He know what he want to say before he start talking, and it's very, very, very rare that he stumbles. Now, I don't agree with everything he got to say, but why should I have to? Why should I have to agree with everything he say to support what he's trying to do? Even if I don't want to go, no inclination to go back to Africa. I was never there to go back to it,
Yeah,
right?
you got to be there to go back.
That's not my sense. Now, I got some friends who would probably love that opportunity, and I don't knock them either, right? Do y'all thing. I believe that we've come to a place in America where while there is still legitimate agents working against me because I'm black, I've learned how to navigate them enough so that they won't necessarily hinder me to the point that I'm down. I may not ever reach the heights that I could potentially attain if the environment I was raised up in or that I was nurtured in was majority me, right? But most people don't. So it's whatever. But this dude got enough positive that he should be supported. I'm certainly not going to discount what he got to say because he say, I don't think black men should be with white women and I don't think black women should be with white men. That's how he feel. He ain't never said, I'm going to kick somebody in their ass if they date a white woman. He don't say that. He just say,
He gave
I don't
his
think.
opinion, and he
Right.
telling you how he do his
He
business.
said, listen, this is what I believe. I believe that the black community starts with the black family, and I believe that the black family has to be a black man and a black woman. Okay, Dr. Umar, I hear you, fool. And then I go do what I do, right?
Right.
But I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hear you, but I'm going to go do what I do.
Right.
You know?
Just because your opinion and your feelings don't change nothing how I do my business. Right.
But I'm still going to support what you're doing because I understand how positive it is, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to take that one thing that I disagree with you on and throw all the rest of your good works out.
Okay.
And that's what I see happening. That's the same thing that I see black folk doing. And this is why I'm so
because she's
baffled.
black. Kamala is black, man.
Bro,
She's born in Oakland, wasn't she?
if you want to, that's the first thing. The second thing is, if you want to know if anybody black in America, ask the police.
That's it. She's black. And again, man,
You know, because the same motherfuckers will tell you that the FBI crime stats say,
Yeah.
but the FBI crime stats gonna say where the race of the offender is known. How you know the race of the
I'm
offender?
telling you, bro. I just see so many people with that bullshit rhetoric saying, well, them Jamaicans, they don't say they black. I gotta say, man, I got a whole side of my family from the Caribbean. Yes, at least my family says we're black.
You know
man.
what I mean? Now, this is the thing, bro.
At least mine do.
Your family who's in the Caymans
Yeah.
may not say they black.
No, they do too.
They do too.
Okay, yeah. They do too. At
No,
least
say
mine
it.
do.
Yeah, no, say it. No, say it.
At
But
least mine
But
do.
I understand where they're coming from. 'Cause
Yeah.
I got some African guys across the street from me. I got an African guy and his wife live across the street from me. Cool dude. Work real good with his hands, shit like that, right? Cool as a fan. If you ask him, he's gonna tell you he's Nigerian. Right?
And leave
he's
it at
Nigerian.
that. And leave it at that.
Ask the police what he is.
He's a nigga.
That's a nigga, man.
Yeah,
So,
hey,
you know
look
what
at, they
I'm
don't
saying?
stop saying, hold on, he ain't black, he Nigerian. That ain't never happening.
Right. And then they gonna tell me, can't tell me, but she only black when it suit her.
You can't
Okay.
look at her, she can't switch it on and off. Man.
Okay, that's the second thing. But she locked up more black. If she didn't do a good job, you wouldn't even know the fuck she is. So how about we talk about the fact that she was such an able prosecutor? Because I mean, listen, bro, I'm talking to you from the perspective of a former criminal.
Right.
Why wouldn't the DA want to lock motherfuckers up? That's
that's
their
what they-
whole job.
Yeah, ain't that shit job, right?
To punish offenders, right?
Right.
Then, and the problem is, and this is my problem with everybody all the time, if a motherfucker really that trash, you shouldn't have to lie on them. The truth ought to be bad enough.
Exactly.
But they'll tell you, man, she locked up all these niggas for weed, man. And then you go and actually look at her record. And 96% of the people that she convicted for marijuana never spent a day in jail.
Okay, see, that's a
Never
stat I
spent
didn't
a
know.
day in jail, bro. The other piece is they say, well, you know, when she was prosecuting this, that, and all of that was when she was DA. When she was an actual prosecutor, she didn't have no fucking weed cases, bro. She was major crimes.
Okay.
That ain't petty marijuana offenses.
No, major crimes is murders and
You know what I'm saying?
that kind of shit. Yeah. Kidnappings,
But you got
rapes,
brothers who listen to them white guys
the sexual assaults. We're gonna have to beep that word out, okay?
who've always had an issue
Yeah,
with our
yeah,
women, and they'll say, "Oh, they call her mattress because she slept her way to the top. She slept her way to the top. Sleeping your way to the top would imply that you slept with someone who was immediately supervising you. Her relationship with Willie Brown had absolutely nothing to do with the job she got.
Say, fam, and I'm gonna tell you something.
Nothing.
You just call me
But it's-
crazy, but do what you got to do to get that spot if you're a woman.
That's the first thing. But I leave that part out. This dude was a public figure who was important, right? This is Gal. He said, you know what I'm going to do? Because they got this committee over here, man. And, you know, I know you passionate about women's health. So I'm going to recommend you. I got a spot on this board, right? So he recommended her for a position on this board over women's health. Now, that helped her when she decided to run against the incumbent district attorney. And he did contribute to and publicly endorse her campaign. After she won the DA spot 2 years later, he became the mayor. So people say, yeah, she fucked her way to the top. He didn't become her boss until after they had to stop fucking around.
Right.
And everything else. Because technically the DA does work for the mayor, right?
Right.
But he didn't become the mayor till 96. She became DA in 94.
Okay.
And they wasn't dating no more.
And
So
again,
it's like, who else y'all got?
It is
but
what
black
it is.
people are running with this. This ain't
This
them
ain't-
saying it. This us saying it.
Yeah.
Man, we live
You know?
in
And it's
in
crazy, but it's like,
we living in a time where everything is pushed and influenced heavily on, well, with the older generation, the news. So Fox and CNN all have a different agenda. But
legit.
my age group, maybe Sard age group, social media is a motherfucker. Like, people don't have time to go look up facts. So whatever you put on that fucking website, internet, whatever,
That's why AI is finna be freakishly dangerous, bro.
it is.
Because they legit got artificial intelligence right now, got people, and it's been there, but it's getting more and more prevalent, where they got videos of people
Yeah.
saying shit they didn't say.
And some people
And ain't nobody fact
they
checking
can't
that shit, man.
they can't tell if that's a
Right,
a
it's
deep
like this
fake or not.
voiceover, man.
Yeah.
You can't, like, come on, fam. But they believe it.
Yeah,
And this shit is legitimately influencing the way they live their life.
yeah.
And that's crazy to me, but it's like,
It's nothing you can do. about it.
damn.
And we probably at the point of no return on that
I'm
shit.
like, it's
Here's the
nothing you can
problem
do
I
about
have
it.
with that, bro, because some of these people that I'm seeing go through this
Because it's just gonna get
and
better.
fall victim to this are people that I thought were intellectuals. It's people I thought had legit sense, man. And I'm like, my nigga, you believe that shit? Like, for real?
I
You
think,
don't know no better than that?
I think we could. We
And the real answer
we
is
come
no.
into
No,
an
they don't.
age-
Clearly
we come
they
into an
didn't.
age where, yeah, we got common sense. We can, you know what I'm saying, like, go out there and make it on our own with common sense. But when we get to this fucking AI and this technology, a lot of people gonna fall to the wayside because
I just don't throw away everything I've learned for some new information. The new information's got to be verified, right? Like, and this, y'all might think I'm crazy for this. Maybe y'all won't, because y'all, fairly free-thinking guys, right? But like,
I don't know.
there's a
Am
couple of white guys in this group I be in, and they flat earther guys, right? They always talking about the flat earth.
right.
I know what you're talking
Now,
about.
the thing is, I don't fucking know. I know what I've been taught. I know what I see. I know what I believe, right? But if somebody say, well, hey, look, I got this evidence that says something different from what you've been taught, I'm going to at least view the evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see what you got. So I asked the guy, and listen, folks, I don't know if the earth flat around. I'll let you know when I get out of space. If I can breach the firmament, per se, right? Then I'll let you know that I've breached the firmament, right? But I'm telling the guy, so the guy says, look, the sun and the moon are inside the firmament.
Right.
They under the dome, right? The stars, all of that stuff, it's under the dome. And I said, okay, all right, I hear you. I can see where that could potentially be accurate. And they got these video models that shows why they believe that is, right? But the way it shows this flat earth map, it shows the sun and the moon on opposite sides, right?
Right.
And they basically rotate to change the night and day. And I said, okay, I get that. But why does the sun go over instead of around?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, what do you mean? Well, the model you just showed, it has the sun going around. But in real life, when I'm looking,
It goes from east to west up top.
it goes
Yeah.
over the top of my head, where at noon, it's almost directly above me. So where does it go once it gets to the other side?
Did his head blow up?
He never responded.
Exactly.
And I'm just like, I just want to know. I'm not, like, maybe he thought I was just like trying to talk shit on him, right? But I'm genuinely curious.
Give me something,
Because,
right?
yeah, tell me, explain it to me, right? Because some of the other stuff makes really good sense, right? They say that the South Pole is actually
The ice wall.
the edge, the ice wall, right? And I'm like, cool. This sounds reasonable. Now, I ain't been all over the world, man. I don't know, right? I know what I was taught. I know what I believe, but I also know that I'm open to new information.
Well, they ever told you what's on the other side
So
of the
I'm
ice
like,
walls?
No, I mean, when they say you can't go over there.
But see, then they got these one group of flat earthers
Well,
that
yeah,
say,
there's whole other universes over there,
Yeah.
right? I've heard that part.
Yeah.
But I just I let that be because on the one hand, you just got through saying that nobody can go over there.
Right.
So how you gonna tell me what's
it's
over
a
there?
bunch
if
of different
can't
other
nobody go over
continents
there, right?
and land and all this other
So,
kind of shit.
No,
Yeah.
you got other people that'll tell you go to Arizona and you in Africa,
That's Egypt.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like I hear what they saying. It's all
The
good.
Grand Canyon and all that shit.
Right.
Egypt.
So it's like
Hieroglyphic City,
I hear what they say.
that was found.
I
supposedly.
just heard a guy, and again,
Oh, I be up on it, man.
Yeah.
You know, but your
Looking
boy
at
ain't
it.
all, you know.
Yeah.
I'm open
be
to
kinda-
new information.
Yeah, I be
right?
up on it.
Zooted too when I'm watching
You know,
this shit. So.
I'm sober as a jaybird, right? But I'm looking.
I
This
may have
guy
started my
says
research.
that all these mountain chains, right, are actually fossilized giants.
Yeah.
What's
All these mountain chains are fossilized.
Yeah.
Probably so.
Man, let me see.
Because did they
Probably
ever show you the pictures where they try to show you the nose and all this other kind of shit?
This is the thing.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
are rock formations
They
all
look-
over
they
the
could be
world
look human.
that you could definitely see.
Yeah.
Like, God, that's a motherfucking foot, nigga. You know, but it's
Yeah.
like, the thing is, bro, I'm always open
Yeah.
to look at and actually consider, right, new information. Most people will say, well, show me the proof. And then when you show it to them, they actually they're not looking for proof.
Nah.
What everybody wants is reinforcement of what they already believe.
Yeah.
Most people see what they already believe. If me and you cool, we tight, like we've been friends a long time, and I say, man, this guy introduced me to this guy, JK, man. You know JK? You say, yeah, man, JK an asshole, man. I'm telling you, man, dude, that man ain't shit, bro. When
You
I
gonna go into
meet
that
him,
thinking
that's what I'm gonna see. And no matter, that dude could be feeding the homeless, and I'm gonna say, look,
He doing that shit for
yeah,
likes.
he doing that shit. That's why he filming the whole thing. This dude can do that every week.
Yeah.
My mind gonna tell me he doing that just because I'm right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I try to be open to any new information I get. I actually legitimately consider it. If you can explain it to my satisfaction, then I'm gonna say, okay. Because here's the thing, really. Fucking difference does it make if the earth flat around to me? I ain't leaving right now, so it don't really matter, right? God says, well, if the firmament's real, then the Bible is real. That's not the same thing. So it's one little bitty piece. So now you say that if one sentence in the Bible is accurate, then the whole thing must be accurate. Come on, that's a whole hog kind of thinking there. I don't think that way. My mind just doesn't work that way, right? But that's the same, I'm telling you, these black folks who negatively reacted to Kamala Harris do not have that same negative reaction to Donald Trump. Why not? We've actually seen him in action for 4 years.
Yeah.
We know exactly
To the
what
point
he's going
where
to
we
do.
had to go out and vote and put someone else in office.
Correct. A fucking geriatric, no less. Right? But it's like we absolutely know
You know what? One of the
what
most
he's going
insane things I've seen people talk about, and again, I'm not saying whether I'm for or against him or none of this shit, but I hear people talking a lot about, and this is what they base it on, right? They say the economy was doing so well because, man, we was getting all these checks. Well, those were stimulus checks. Stimulus
No, man,
checks
people
are
wasn't-
because the
no.
economy is in a fucked up spot and they're trying to stimulate the economy. That's what a stimulus checks
Come
for.
on, man. Please
Now
tell
look.
me that's not true.
Now look, it's 100%, man.
Yeah.
100%. Oh man, look how good the economy was doing, man. We was getting all these checks in the mail. That's stimulus check. Now look,
shit.
now on the flip side of that, they got some cats who ripping and running in the streets, right? Yeah, shit was flowing for y'all because of them PPPs and them stimulus check motherfuckers
Right.
spending, right? I get that.
Right.
But also at the same time is no knock because
Boosie was selling by the gallon.
Yeah.
Shit.
But like, can you even vote, my partner, my dude?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
And that was a really hard realization I had to come to as well.
Yeah.
Because I was like legit arguing with these cats.
Yeah.
It was like two cats I was arguing, right?
Right, and they can't
And
vote
then
or they
it
don't
dawned
vote.
on me. One of them said, I ain't even voting. I don't be voting no way, so it don't make me no different. Then what are you?
So why is your
Why
argument
are
that
you
hard?
all over social media politicking against this lady?
Yeah, and you ain't
Now,
even.
this the thing. Motherfuckers got to ask them 8-10 times. They can't really even bring themselves to legitimately say that they support Donald Trump.
Yeah.
They just talking against her.
But
Why?
Okay, so you know this shit, right? Stimulus check, PPP,
All that.
and they were saying that's when times was good.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
means shit
yeah,
was fucked up
yeah,
if we
gas
getting
was
all that.
cheap.
Yeah.
But look at gas in 2020, and then look at gas. 2020 people couldn't drive like talking about it, man. It was a lot of.
Yeah. Niggas was at home.
We were restricted
Yeah.
in our movement.
And like I say, man, like
The demand wasn't there.
what does the PPP mean? Isn't it personal protection?
I don't
can't
know.
remember.
I ain't get one.
I didn't get one either. But,
Shit.
but you get what I'm saying? All of this shit was
Fucked
because
over
shit was.
myself because I was scared. I shouldn't have been scared. I should have got that money.
I should have
But,
too. But
you
all
know,
this shit was because shit was tanking.
Right.
Like you don't get stimulus checks when the ship is sailing and the ship is on cruise control. You know, when jobs are plentiful and all this other shit. It's no stimulus, it's no emergency food stamp. None of that shit is being issued out when you have a healthy, strong economy.
Does not, bro. But
You know.
listen.
It's a
And
couple,
again-
a couple of things that
And I'm not saying who to
I
vote
did
for none of
not-
this shit.
No,
and I'm
I mean,
gonna
do
keep
your
going
thing,
back to
but-
social media gives people a platform to think they're somebody, so they're gonna go to bat for that. For one, that's one thing.
Yeah,
So
I
people
agree.
People gonna go to bat, and they're influenced by so many things. So
I
they're
agree.
gonna take some kind of way, some kind of road
Yeah.
that they like. Oh, everybody on this road, they're fucking sheep. All right, that's one. Two, I told my wife this, and she looked at me and she was like, "Fuck, you kind of right. They ain't finna let no woman run the free world. I'm sorry."
It's gonna be rough.
That's why Hillary Clinton got her
That's
ass
why
tore.
Hillary was the best candidate we had.
That's
But
why
because
she got her ass
I'm gonna
tore.
tell you this here.
Because
woman
legit-
And this is my theory
Bro,
because
they held
only ism-
Bill Clinton cheating against Hillary.
the only ism.
They held Bill Clinton having an outside child, or supposedly with this guy Danny Williams, who disappeared shortly after the election. But anyway,
Yeah, they held that against
how
Hillary.
is that her fault?
Exactly.
Because look
How's
at
that
that.
a knock on her?
The only ism that trumps racism in America is sexism.
It does.
That's the only ism that trumps racism in America, fam. Sexism. Because look here, and just I'm gonna give y'all a little history here.
Maybe classism too.
Black men got
Maybe
the right to
classism
vote
too,
before
man.
women did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe classism too.
And no matter how far we think we came as far as women's rights and women having to, they are not about to let a woman
It's
run the
gonna
free
be,
world.
dude.
I think it's going to be difficult.
It's gonna be
Let me
wild.
say that.
We're not.
But I'll
She's
say this.
it's an uphill battle. She's ice skating up a hill here, baby.
Here's-
She's ice skating up a hill.
Let me say this. I got to say this. I believe that up until about 6 weeks ago.
Well, when you see people raising all the money and stuff,
That, bro, listen, that's a game they play.
I'm just asking, was that what
That
changed your
raising all the
mind?
money thing, that money was already sitting there.
Oh, I'm just asking,
When
did
they
that change your
decided
mind?
to put it behind her, said something to me.
So that's what changed your mind? You think
Said
you
something
think you
to
think
me.
Wait,
she got
wait.
action?
It said
Wait,
something to me, man.
now, listen.
'Cause that's- I
listen,
mean,
listen to this. What's
we
that
talking
guy
about
that's
power
running
brokers,
with her?
man.
Wall.
You
What's
know?
that guy?
Yeah, Tim Walsh.
Listen.
I thought they was gonna get a more conservative candidate to run with her.
You have they already know Trump is a lock. But what if they got this guy running alongside her, putting him out, he's been on blast. Like They got them everywhere, campaigning. But what if they setting them up for the layup the next 4 years?
It's possible.
I think it's very possible.
But and don't get me wrong.
Just putting his face out there.
Putting his face.
This is the thing I know.
And this is the way he can do it.
This is the thing I know about black women.
Put him up against Trump right now because it's already locked. We see the way the America is.
But he got his face out there now.
And this is the thing I know about black women in America. They'll play that game without telling us. Because two things. And it's no disrespect, black women, but I believe truth is truth, right? And it needs to be told. I'm not going to say black women were duped. I'm going to say that years ago, black women were convinced that they were better off operating on their own, right? Operating independently. I believe now that thinking is reinforced by black men. I think as a general population, we butthurt because white America decided at some point, you know what we're going to do? You know what we're going to do? We're going to be the first to volunteer. Let's give these black women an avenue to executive leadership because they can get there before we can now. And it bothers us. Black women are the most educated group in America.
They are. That is a fact.
They're the most educated group in America.
They are
also the most quick to obtain entrepreneurship.
Okay.
They start businesses left and right. Now, what those businesses are, right, whatever. But it's a reason for that. The avenue was there. That avenue has never been available to black men. And I think black men be feeling some kind of way about that.
Okay. So, yeah, man. So, Los, man, man, I know you was able to watch the Olympics here just in the past, huh?
So I saw, some of the stuff I missed. I don't really be liking a lot of times, and I say I don't like it. But whenever it's on the other side of the world like that, right, shit was coming on at 3, 4 in the morning, man.
Yeah, that was insane.
Well, let me say the stuff that I wanted.
The
that
track
I be
and field and
see.
stuff.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
But, and then it'd be on so many, because there's so much shit going on, it'd be on so many different channels.
Well, they
trying
had
to flip
Peacock.
and catch.
Peacock.
I got it. That's how I caught the gold medal game.
They did a real good job.
Basketball game, because they was,
the events.
I could see.
What each
Right?
event is
Yeah, they
on.
would tell me, but I didn't peep that until probably halfway through.
Yeah.
And truth be told, I'm borrowing Peacock from somebody. So I don't want to put my mans in the street, Brother Law, but I'm borrowing Peacock.
So, man, that's what I noticed, though, man. And I don't know, it's maybe because of the high profile with the professional leagues. We have mainly the big three over here when it's the NBA, the NFL, and the MLB, right?
Yeah.
That's generally considered the best in the world playing in those three leagues and in those three sports, right?
I would agree with that. Yeah,
So,
I would agree with
man,
that.
I was looking, it's like, I think us as Americans, and I'm going to speak just strictly basketball here. Do y'all think we value the NBA championship more than we would put value into a gold medal we win in the Olympics in basketball?
I think as Americans we do, yes.
Right.
I absolutely believe
Because
that.
I think other countries, the honor of repping your country is the epitome for them.
Oh, yeah.
Because in the past, and we're all three of us old enough to remember this, man. Back in the 80s and 90s with some of these European players and some of these players from overseas, they rejected chances to come to the NBA because then they wouldn't be able to represent their country in the Olympics. You get what I'm saying?
Which is crazy work, but I get that that's the way things were back
Right.
then.
I mean, them repping their country means that is the highest privilege for them. And it seems us in America, us making the league is the epitome. That's the
I think
utmost.
there's an arrogance associated with America.
Yeah.
I don't think I know it. I know it is.
That kind of creates that we think everything we do is the best, is the greatest. And so everything else kind of second to that.
Okay.
The other piece, and I'm going to say this because I've never seen it anywhere else. And don't get me wrong, I ain't been all over the world.
Okay.
But I've talked to people from other countries. And what they said to me is we would never, ever root for some foreign guy over a guy from our country. And I see you Americans do that all the time. And I tell them, you see Americans do that to black athletes.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna see them do that to everybody. You'll see them root for Anna Kournikova over Serena Williams. You would not see them root for Anna Kournikova over Chris Everett.
But also,
You know what I'm saying?
So what about this though?
Yeah,
Do you see
there's
this as
so,
well
you
though?
know-
Do you see Americans rooting for the next black athlete if we don't have a black representative for America? You get what I'm saying? Like, would they root for a black athlete from another country
That's a good one.
if it's not a black
That's a good one.
athlete
No.
representing America? I've seen that.
That's a good
You
one.
haven't seen? Have you seen that,
That's a
JK?
good one. I've done it.
I can see you doing it. But general America,
I'm talking no black Americans.
no, 'cause this the same black America that was rooting for Conor McGregor over Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was crazy
That was
work.
insane. That was insane.
Like
That
y'all
was
really
insane.
thought, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And not
was
just
insane to
that, not
me.
just that. It's just the
But that
fact you thought
happened.
Conor had a
But
chance.
that happened, bro.
that's different. You can't really compare that because
I'm talking about Olympics though, man.
everybody.
Okay.
Floyd Mayweather
Most hated.
most hated.
Most
Everybody
Why,
wants to
though?
lose because
The arrogance. That's
Yeah.
what you said.
Conor McGregor's not arrogant.
Yeah, he is.
but
He is.
He talked more shit than Floyd.
He did.
he's in a different
With less
sport.
accolades.
Hey,
It's a different
he
sport.
sold that fight, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He sold that fight. Yeah, it
and
was
made
him.
himself, what, $100 million?
Yeah,
Biggest
and he
fan
ain't been the
of
same
life.
Yeah.
since. He ain't been the same
I
since.
wouldn't either.
Of course
Shit,
not.
I wouldn't
fan of his
either.
life.
But so when these guys, and I'm saying this because, right, in 1936,
Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owens literally won 4 gold medals in the Olympic Games. And white people were not rooting for him, man.
Well, come.
I mean, that was the times,
This is insane.
but it ain't much different, huh?
It ain't much different. It's not.
But like I said, I've seen though with black Americans, I've seen that it's like, just for instance, if it's a 100-meter relay, 100-meter dash,
Right.
and America doesn't have a black representative there, I've seen them root for the next black person from another country. You get what I'm saying? They might root for Jamaica or if it's a black
Black
athlete.
people are all Americans.
No, I said black Americans.
Okay, yeah. I definitely, because
Black
that's,
Americans.
I don't want to say that I do that, but I believe if I look at my
Hey, dude.
history, I do.
Yeah,
Was you rooting for Usain Bolt?
I was.
Oh,
rooting-
absolutely.
Exactly.
But we had
Absolutely.
black rebels running against him, though,
know,
fam.
But you wanted to see.
But
you
that's
wanted
a nigga,
him
though.
That was
to
history.
Achieve greatness.
That was history. He was
black.
He was making history.
But you know, I'll tell you, I felt that same way about Michael Phelps. Right?
Were you rooting for him? Oh, you didn't even care it was swimming.
There wasn't a necessary.
I
I don't think I necessarily rooted for him because I don't think Michael Phelps had any competition in that moment, right?
Yeah, because
Nobody
he was
close to him.
dominating.
Yeah, no,
dude.
but Usain Bolt was close the first go round. That all of a sudden he just stretched out on everybody, and it was kind of like I was rooting for him to break records at that point because he looked like nothing I've ever. I ain't never seen.
He almost
nothing
looked
move
bored
that
out
fast.
there in the middle of a
Bro,
race.
I ain't never
He
seen
did,
no
like, he
dude
was
move that
looking
fast.
around.
And this the
man.
killing part about Usain, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. He never ran through because his leads would be so big. He
he
never
was so
got
up.
pushed.
Bro, this guy.
So you talking about he possibly could have shaved another, he ran a 9.58. I
That
bet you if
dude
he was
used to look
pushed,
like he was
I think
jogging on.
he could have ran a
probably
9.53,
could've
9.52.
won gold in this Olympics, probably.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for real.
that's
Because
crazy.
what was the winning time? 9.9?
I believe so.
He ran 9.58 was his best.
But I'll say this in defense of guys like Noah Lyles.
And that's where this topic
I
even
think-
comes from, because remember Noah Lyles say, world champions at what?
I agreed with him in that moment, though. I understood what he was saying. I think people got on his ass because he arrogant,
Because they start rooting against him.
right? I think people got on his ass because he arrogant, but I understood what he was saying. Because, I think you said it a little bit earlier, because that's like the NBA championship is not a world championship, right? It's the NBA. It's leagues all over the world.
Right.
But what I would say to him is it's the reason all them other folks be wanting to get
The
in
NBA
here.
is the best of the best.
It's the best of the best. There's no other league anywhere whose champion is going to stand up to the Boston Celtics.
No. And it don't
That
even
just
have to
won
be
the
the world
champions.
champion. It don't have to be the NBA champion. I mean, I'm talking about
know?
some mid teams that probably win the championship
Right,
other
because
places.
I mean, like legit, bro. You talking about Dwight Howard, who probably was still good enough to play in the NBA, but certainly not good enough at this point in his career to be a starter or anything like that. He goes to Shanghai and he's scoring 80 points in a game and 40 rebounds.
Hey, and then you see
This
Stephon
is
Marbury
crazy.
has a statue over there.
Yes. Now,
He's
don't
almost
get me
he's
wrong.
godlike.
When Marbury went there,
He was still good.
Marbury, he was better than good. Marbury was still an all-star.
Yeah.
Right? Marbury was great.
No, Marbury's like that.
Yeah, he
was like
Marbury got done dirty, I
that.
believe.
He was like
in the
that.
NBA.
Yeah.
But guys who at the tail end of their career go and act a donkey
Remember, Dominique Wilkins
overseas,
did that. Remember?
right? Yeah. So it's like
This after
them
Achilles
dudes
injuries.
know they ain't no Boston Celtics, man. But I understood what Noah Lyles was trying to say. I just didn't like the way that he said it. Came across like y'all not really that good. And it's like, hold on, homeboy.
Yeah.
You just got here. You just got to greatness. You need to try and sustain that. And don't get me wrong, I applaud that youngster. I give him props for everything he achieved in these Olympics. But you had an opportunity to do what you said you was going to do and truly be dominant. And you hair's breadth the 100 meter,
Man.
and you got your ass ate in the 2.
Pause.
So, be careful, right? Because you ain't as far ahead of the pack as you think you are.
Yeah.
Nah.
He's not. Like you said, he's a hell of a runner.
He's a
but
tremendous athlete. He's an Olympic
he ain't on the
medalist.
same boat.
Yeah, no, he ain't no boat. Yeah, shit,
No
nah.
one is. But that is it. But,
But
he,
he's talking like
yeah, he's
But
talking.
he on commercials
He's
with
big
Carl
dicking.
Lewis like he Carl
Yeah.
Lewis. You ain't no Carl Lewis neither.
Yeah.
Listen, you great right now.
Yeah.
Run that back in 28.
Carl Lewis.
Excuse me. Because the truth
Carl Lewis
is,
ran a faster
it
time
was-
than you 20 years ago.
Bro, it was 3 niggas right there with you.
Yeah.
Nick and Nick.
Because like I said, he ran a 9.9, right? Carl
There's
Lewis
3
ran what, a
niggas right
9.8 back in the
I
90s?
felt like
Or in the 80s?
If he
What
didn't
was it?
stick out his neck long enough, he would have got
It was even less than that.
Photo
bro.
finish.
It was something like the way his
His chest or something.
stomach was or some shit that, you know what I mean? Like it was really
They
that
started
close.
going back talking about the delay of the shot. to
Yeah,
the
for
speaker
real.
behind
And then
him.
you talking about between you and 3 other dudes.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't get me wrong, you fast, y'all. Do your thing, right? But man, lay off these guys who've been doing this shit. The niggas the real deal, and they done proven that over and over and over again. You got to get there. And even then, I think once you get there,
You got to sustain it.
But even with that sustainability, come a little bit of humility though. You're not gonna be wanting to say the kind of shit you saying.
Did you see
right now
when they interviewed the one
when
cat?
you realize how hard it
Was
is
it the
to
cat
stay
in the 200? He
You
was
know?
like, I'm not as arrogant and loud as Noah Lyles is. Did
And
see
you know
that?
what I mean?
The dude actually made that comment live.
Well, the truth is you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Especially after you bust his ass,
Yeah.
right?
But then
because
Noah said,
he asked for that.
Noah said, if you don't have some type of ego, you will not make it.
I agree with that too.
That's part of being great.
Yeah.
Because I used to tell people that
part of
I
being
felt like, and you know, that's shifted a little bit in the last 2 or 3 years, but I used to tell people that LeBron was as humble a diva as I've seen. Because that guy used to really, as cold as he was, as much as he was able to do, as many accolades as he had, he never came across like Jordan and Kobe came across. You know what I mean? But he's a Jordan kind of guy. But he always just kind of seemed a little more humble about. And then I think it got to a point where he was like, you know what? I'm feeling a little disrespected here.
Yeah. But, you know, and
Somebody talked about it. It's the difficulty in sustaining that kind of excellence. Like, goddamn, this nigga got to win 9 in a row or something? Like, what y'all doing?
yeah. The arrogance comes with because number one, you have to have supreme confidence, right?
Got to.
You have to. Confidence is a huge part in anything you do in life. You get what I'm saying? So, and just like we talked about, like I ain't never been the best at nothing.
Never.
You know,
I ain't never been that good at nothing, bro.
Nothing.
I can't imagine.
I don't think nobody's ever looked at me in my life and said, "Hey, man, that boy gonna do great things." You know what I'm saying, bro? So to have that confidence and to know without a shadow of a doubt that I am actually better than 99.9% of y'all, because I know this because I bust all of y'all ass.
Legit, like legit. I know this.
I know this is a fact.
Got to be a hell of a feeling.
It has to be, man, and I can see the arrogance and I can see where it could come from, man.
Here's my problem with that.
I can see where it could come from.
Because
It's
we can
easy.
see that. We can see that, right? And we all good and we cool with that, with this dude. Why motherfuckers wasn't cool with that girl? Because Sha'Carri was arrogant.
Okay.
And they ate her ass when she bust dirty for weed. We did not allow her grace.
I didn't have no problem with it.
We did not, bro.
But I know as a collective we didn't.
We did not allow
I
her
remember
grace.
the roasting going on.
Yes.
'Cause
bro,
then I
we
did actually
not.
watch the
black
race.
community did not allow her grace.
Yeah. Because then I remember the first race back. Remember when she came in last place?
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy, I mean, I might have even made a post
I'm just saying.
jabbing, but
We did not allow
no,
her grace, man.
no.
And
she the
bro, I'm
the
gonna tell you
comeback has
something.
been
I've never seen
Comeback has been
anybody with
tremendous.
better top end speed than that.
that comeback is she's so
Once
strong.
she get going, she's the fastest I've ever seen. Gail Divas before her was the fastest I'd
monster.
ever seen top end.
Yeah, Divas was a
Right?
monster. Yeah.
Like people don't remember. People may not remember this.
Yeah,
shit,
Divas was a
right?
monster. Them big
But
old
the
eyes.
GOAT used to get out the blocks really fast.
Flojo?
She got out really fast.
And Sha'Carri sucks at her start.
She sucks, bro.
Just like Hussein.
But she
Could not
so
get out them
fast
blacks
on
for
the top
blocks for
end, bro.
nothing, man.
Say, man, that look
When
on
she looked
that
over,
relay
yeah,
was
man.
nasty work. You running full speed.
She's such a strong runner.
And you had time to look at this chick like this.
And she
like, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, oh.
man.
But for
classic
real,
moment, man.
When she fell off, right? And I say she fell off because she had just
She
run
stumbled.
very well.
Yeah, she's
and then she buzzed dirty and so she wasn't able to compete. But man, we was, and I say we as a black community, we was tearing her ass up.
Absolutely.
And don't get me wrong, I wasn't like dogging her talent. What I did say in that moment was, ma'am, the rules are the rules. You do what the rules were.
You tripping.
You broke them. It's time now. You got to eat this shit. Go back to work and be ready the next time this opportunity comes around. Fuck all of that complaining. Ain't nobody fucked over you.
Yeah.
You made an error. I felt like a lot of people weren't allowing her grace for the error, but a lot of other people was like coddling her. And I don't think either one of them really works, right? You gotta, motherfucker, you gotta take some accountability here. You blew the herb, you knew you blew the herb.
The biggest thing I said about
the
that
lick,
was she released that statement, and the biggest thing I said was when she was like, it was a one-time thing. Girl, you know you smoke. That wasn't a one-time.
Like I'm looking at you. You a hype, nigga. You a smoker. Like, come on.
Come on, man. That was about the
My
biggest thing I
problem
said.
wasn't even that, right? Because people do that kind of shit, right? You try to do damage control.
Yeah.
My issue was
She should have got us.
the arrogance that came about
something in one of them
talking about your
dispensaries.
endorsements and how much money you got.
Yeah.
To me, that's always cop shit people do when they pull some fuck shit and get called on.
They start talking about their money.
Like you see a nigga do some hoe ass shit and you talk about, man, some hoe ass shit the nigga did. Nigga, that nigga a millionaire. Don't give a fuck. He still pulled some hoe ass shit.
Yeah, it doesn't negate the fact that what you did was wrong. Right.
So it's like when you start talking about your Nike, I don't give a fuck. You buzz dirty. You can't go represent now.
Yeah.
So get back in the lab. You know what I'm saying?
She's had a hell of a
And,
bounce
you
back.
know, yeah. This is the thing, though. I believe that most people watching her knew that she wasn't prime running yet.
No. She was still a baby.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All that shit. When
wasn't
she was
prime
20,
running yet.
21
You
years
got some
old.
room here.
Yeah.
I think some of the people that was most critical of her were fearful, though, that would cause her to stumble and not recover.
Oh, she would never bounce back.
Yeah, that she wouldn't recover from that. And I think the way we go about it sometimes in the black community, because like we used to whipping our kids because
Because we got whipped.
for whatever reason. I mean, you got people that'll tell you that's remnants of slavery. I don't know. That's possible that psychological, thing has passed itself down, and that's why we think that's how you get people in line. I don't know. But I was hoping she'd bounce back. I didn't think she'd do it if people acted like the Olympics need to change the rules for her. And that's what people were saying. Weed legal in most places anyway.
But it's
They
not.
need to,
It's not
look,
everywhere. It's not federally. You know what I
God
mean? The
knew
rules
what
are the
time
rules.
It was. Yeah.
Rules
but
are the
as a
rules.
black community,
Rules are the rules.
we'll
man.
let Noah Lyles talk that shit. And he back it up, we good. She should have been able to talk her shit too. And because she backed it up, right? And don't get me wrong, she didn't blow away the 100 meters. What the fuck happened to the Jamaicans?
Man, it was
I
some.
heard one story about them having to walk,
Couldn't get in because they didn't come in on the team bus
but
and all
like they
kind of
blew
other
the
shit.
fucking relay. They just stopped in the middle of the relay. Like
Marianne
the gun-
Frazier wasn't there. None of them. Like, bro, it was.
I don't.
the B
What
team.
happened to their whole?
Was Johan
team?
Blake?
Like,
Does he
just-
still run for the men?
I don't remember him running.
I don't see him. I
If
didn't
he was
see him
there,
either.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know
seeing
what
him.
happened this Olympics with the
But it
Jamaicans.
was like
they,
Sherika Jackson.
They
and-
big names
and-
were
and
not there.
Shelly-Ann Fraser Price, and then they pulling out events at the last minute. Like I still haven't read what I considered a sufficient explanation, because it was like this was a team thing. It wasn't like just no one person. It was 3-4 people here, and so I don't know. But I do think, as Americans, we consider our sports, our professional sports in America, to be the greatest thing in the world.
We consider
And
our
so
country
we
to
don't,
be the greatest country
We
in the
do.
world. So
That's.
But I think a lot of countries probably think that about their country.
You should, right?
you have to.
But I don't think that they take their sports teams and attach them to their country the way we do.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But everybody want to beat
'Cause,
USA
like,
in the Olympics, though.
I get that. But we lead the medal count almost every
year.
Olympics, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look,
And-
dude. Just check this out.
also
We have
got
a
people
long
in-
tradition.
Li-
of
li-
leading
this
the
how-
medal.
this-
goddamn event too.
We do.
When the American
We should have had
team,
some people breakdancing it.
when the Olympic team won the bronze,
Ray Gun, man.
what that was that back in 04 or something? When the Olympic
Yeah,
team won the
04.
bronze.
In basketball, you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, 04.
That was considered a fall off, whereas
Yep.
every other country in
Oh,
the world,
that was a despicable failure.
yeah, every other country in the world, you get a bronze medal, and they
You know?
throwing a parade in the street
And
for
why
you
everybody blame that on LeBron?
because he was there.
It was young. They had to come back with the redeem team.
Yeah, but he was there, and I mean, he really wasn't play. He
Young
didn't even really play
LeBron,
no significant
young
role on that team.
D-Wade, a
Young
young
Melo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony.
But I mean, we had AI on
We
that
had, man,
team.
dude, if you look at that lineup, man, we ain't had no shooters.
No.
That's what happened. They ain't had no
No
shooters.
shooters,
They
man.
didn't have no shooters.
None.
But it was like I be seeing people say LeBron, and I'm like, he was in his second year. Is
Yeah.
it? Was
Yeah.
LeBron? Because I didn't watch that. I didn't get a chance to
seen
see
30
that
for
particular
30.
Olympics. And it's like, was he like the lead guy or something?
Yeah,
it
no,
seemed like
because he was.
wouldn't have been the lead.
That was
guy.
like his going into his second
But
year.
you got like Sean Marion on the squad.
Dude,
right?
you
got,
had Steph, you had
You know Steph. What are you talking about?
no Stephon. I'm talking about.
Oh,
Marbury, wasn't he on that team?
Marbury was on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
AI.
you got Marbury and AI on the team.
Same team.
And it's-
On the floor at the same time.
yeah. Oh man.
They say
Ain't
a lot of
nobody
people,
else
a
touching
lot
the
of
rock.
people ain't
though.
want to participate.
Nobody else touching the rock. But that's
Yeah, we had no.
I thought it was
no
going to
shooters,
look like
dude.
that. Honestly,
No shooters.
in 2021 when they backed him up one for COVID. Because the 2020 Olympics actually ended up happening in 21. Remember the shit ended up being backed up a little bit because of COVID, right? Because there was a lot of people was like, yeah, nah, I ain't, people wasn't wanting to travel. They wasn't trying to be fucking with that shit. I really didn't think we was gonna do nothing then. Because it's like, I didn't even know who Bam Adebayo was
Right.
until the playoffs, right? So I was just like, these guys, they not finna do nothing. I really didn't think, because they was missing everybody that I thought they needed to win.
Well,
right?
what didn't happen with the Olympic
You know?
team, Los? And I want y'all to feel me on this one here. '92 was the dream team, right?
Right.
That was
Absolute
a
best ever.
Yeah, but
Easy.
that was an absolute legit dream team.
Yes.
Okay.
12 Hall of Famers.
Every year after that, it's been basically your turn.
And 11 Hall of Famers and a
Right,
and a
because
rookie.
you even think about '96, right? MJ was still in the league. So if this is still a dream team, MJ's on the '96 Olympic squad. So every year after that, it's just every Olympic after that, it's just been your turn, your turn. Ain't always necessarily been
The best
the
player.
best of the best.
Yeah.
Why not though?
I don't because well,
Maybe
it's,
because they feel like they don't need the best of the best.
well, and also
Because the best of the best made for boring basketball.
not only that is some cats don't want to do it.
Yep.
They turn down the opportunity as well.
Imagine-
But that might have something to do with the
someone-
fact that them only getting $37,000.
Imagine,
You know what I'm saying? For the goddamn
imagine the
win.
KD getting another injury out there.
You know that's a risk you take.
And a lot of people don't want to take that
I
risk.
wonder if that's a conversation that they having with the agents and organizations, though. Right? Is that a conversation that the Lakers have with AD? It's like, bro, you're injury prone. We kind of need you.
Yeah.
24, 25 here. You sure you want to go out here and, you know,
They definitely got to be talking.
because
to
we
the
got
coach.
$40 million on you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I
yeah,
think
that's a tough conversation.
they
I
don't
guess.
get paid that much for gold or silver or bronze. Man, you got some of the athletes out here get paid millions. And
But you see, but them other sports they not.
yeah.
So, yeah, so different I'm saying. If
But I don't know how
America,
much they get paid in track.
I believe if America but see, that's the thing. Even like them athletes America don't give them no money. They get that money from endorsements and shit. After they
and when they
win.
go overseas, they get paid for their race per races and shit
You know?
too. They go do their hustle like that with the track and field.
But that's after the Olympics.
Olympics, yeah.
I'm talking about for the Olympics, right?
Yeah, they not making no bread.
These other countries is breaking bread with these folks who go and win their medals.
Yeah.
America want everybody. You just doing it for pride.
yeah.
I can't. If we put, and I say we, I'm talking about America, right? The country. If we believed that the Olympics were that important, we'd put some money behind it. And then the athletes would probably consider it more important. So maybe that's why them other countries see it the way they do, and we see it the way we do. I think it's money. Because if I'm in the Philippines and I'm getting a $500,000 home and free fur forever because I want a medal,
Yeah.
and in America I ain't getting but $30,000 and some props.
But with Americans, you got the endorsement deals with the Nike, like
Well,
that's millions.
Unless
of dollars.
it's a sport that they don't necessarily think
Well,
anybody cares
let me say
about.
this: with probably the exception of the basketball, they are having the best of the best in all the other sports, like track and field and all that other kind of shit, right?
So, okay, I mean, we saying that, but what about equestrian?
yeah, I don't know enough about it.
Archery,
Yeah,
ping pong,
I don't know enough about
badminton,
it.
all of these were Olympic sports.
But they not really getting gold in those sports. in
Target
those
shooting,
events.
that, you know what
They
I'm
not
saying?
getting gold.
Boy,
in
you
those
saw the
events.
one
But if they do,
with the hand in his pocket. Was he?
that was some
That's
of
a
the
hit,
flying
man.
shit
That's a hit,
ever.
man.
Yeah, there ain't no doubt. That was an operative right there. He was operative. Yeah.
That was some of the flies. Look,
Yeah.
bro, I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you,
yeah,
that was
yeah,
a
yeah,
cold
yeah.
ass picture.
Yeah, he worked for their Secret
Everybody
Service.
come up
Yeah,
there, they got
yeah.
all this stuff on their eyes and all that. Then that dude just come up there like,
That boy looked like he had some house slippers on under there.
Yeah.
that's a hit, man.
Yeah. You know, he worked for their
And
government.
metal though.
Yeah, he silver.
Silver.
Boy, shoot his ass
Silver.
off.
Say and they quote unquote just picked it up.
I'm
I say, oh
telling
yeah. He worked for
that
their
dude
government.
walked off
That's
the
an
street.
assassin. That's an assassin.
I can guarantee you though,
Yeah.
if that guy would have been American and American won gold, you know how many endorsements he would have got?
That's what I'm wondering.
That's what
I
Bruh.
don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
He
though.
would have his own game on PlayStation
Yeah.
right now.
Believe
Some kind
that?
of shooting game.
So that's I guess that's the question that I have, right? Because we won 40 Olympic medals. I mean 40 gold.
Gold. Yeah, we won 100 something all together, huh?
And the
Yeah.
ones that have won gold,
We won
you
40
have,
gold.
like,
So you think every person who won a gold medal has quite a few endorsement
I think
deals?
so.
Okay.
Man.
when you think about Ledecky,
Yeah.
she's finna be.
and been blowing the
Come on
field
now.
away for a minute.
But
So it's,
you say with name with some of them other sports, like you said, water polo. Well, you seen what Flavor Flav had to do for the water polo team.
He sponsored them.
So are
so
they
maybe
getting money?
now they'll get some props. They'll have
Well,
some
because
money,
he
they'll
put them on.
behind
He put a spotlight
But
on.
what did they medal though? Did they medal?
I don't know.
See?
I don't know.
I think that plays a huge part. Like in order to get some money put behind you,
you gotta win.
You
some.
gotta know.
Yeah,
because
we don't.
some money.
Because contrary.
Because when we was kids,
like,
the big thing was you was gonna be on the Wheaties box.
right.
You get what I'm saying? That was like the epitome. You're gonna be,
Yep.
But now it's just so many avenues and so many
And
things
like
you can get
legit,
sponsorship from. Like
people
stuff
were
we don't
mad.
even know.
Yeah.
You know.
And people were frustrated because the Trumpster said it. He didn't like losers, right? But America doesn't like losers.
No.
We just don't say that out loud. But we
Yeah.
don't. Because like you say, the people who win be getting shit, right? You go over there and you get your ass busted, man. Don't nobody want to talk to you.
Nobody
Ain't
cares.
nobody fucking with you.
I can't-
Because you
look.
tried, nigga.
I watched that.
Man, you know they got your ass bust,
Yeah,
man.
ain't nobody give a
I
fuck
watched
because
the
you was
female
fifth best,
break
nigga.
dancing. I can't tell you who the USA representative was.
I don't think we had anybody.
We had one.
We did?
She lost.
Yeah.
I need to go get it. Hey, look here, man.
So
What
don't
that,
nobody care.
that one professor who went out there, I need to get involved in 2028, fam.
Ray Gun, man.
I need to
Ray
get involved.
Gun was bunny hopping in that.
Yeah. You seen that shit, man? That bitch was.
Ray Gun was bunny hopping in that.
They fucked it up so bad. I don't think they're bringing it back.
I heard it not. That is true.
But you know what else is gone away for 2028?
I said 3-on-3, right?
Boxing.
Oh, boxing.
Did we have anybody that I didn't hear nothing about
So
boxing
this is
year?
the thing. You
The
know
only
why you didn't hear
the
anything about
controversy
boxing?
behind
Because of the controversy.
With
that was
the
associated
lady.
boxing.
Yep.
With the two ladies.
Yeah.
And I say two ladies because the people say there's ladies. So I'm going to say the two ladies, right? But Ashram Khalif or whatever,
Yeah.
I think, I'm not bad if I'm mispronouncing
And
your
she won
name,
gold,
fam.
by the way.
Right. But the two at the bottom, the two at the end was them two. So the idea now from conservative mindsets is, well, yeah, you had two niggas who beat up all these women. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had two dudes who beat
The
up all
other
these
one- the
women
other
and
one
ended up
from
fighting
China,
each other. Yeah.
The other one's from China.
But it's
yeah.
like you had
Oh, they
two
had
dudes.
another one like that as well?
Yes. And they ended up fighting each other for the gold.
Okay. And the
So
chick
the
Ashram or whatever
conservative-
won, huh?
Yeah. Khalif ended up winning.
And
But
that's
it's
the killing
like-
part about that. They
that's
said
what
that
people
she's
saying.
gotten beat in the past.
9 times. Motherfucker done lost 9 times.
Now, I'm
before.
not going to lie. I watched her
You know?
fight.
Hey, old girl quit like in the first 10 seconds or something. She said, I ain't never been hit that hard in my life, man.
She kept getting hit.
Oh,
and
girl
just
say
backed
it's
up
not
like,
fair.
wait, wait,
Not
hold
fair.
on, man.
Lady, I'm sorry for laughing. That shit was funny because it's one of them things, man. So earlier on,
I got hit that hard one
Right.
time before, 3rd grade. It was a
a year or
girl.
so ago,
Man,
the
look out,
individual
fam.
was disqualified.
Made me call time out. I ran to the
For real.
bathroom.
I'm out. No, I understood exactly.
Yeah.
where
I
the lady
felt
was
her.
coming from.
I felt her.
You know, but it's one of them situations.
Yeah, caught me in my
Well,
eye. I said,
no,
oh,
this
Lord,
gotta-
time out.
They got a way they do it. Their way says, okay, they qualify. Either you with that or you're not. If you wasn't with it, don't bug off 10 minutes after the fight. 10 seconds after the fight start. Beg off before the fight gets started.
Yeah.
You know. Because, like, legit, if I say, look, I don't want to fight this guy because it's not really a guy, that's a robot.
Yeah.
Right? And I really believe it's a robot. I'm not getting in the fucking ring with that robot.
Right. I'm not going to go out there, lose, then complain.
And that is the way I felt. about
Right.
it. You lost and then complain. You can't, to me, that ain't valid. You know, like the young ladies who decided that they didn't want to swim against the biological male who was transitioning in college. I understood that. They said, you know what, I'm not doing this. I've been training my whole life for this, and you're going to put me in here against a biological male. It's not fair. So y'all go ahead with that. I understood that. Don't get in the water and lose and then say it's not fair, that's a guy.
Okay.
Because
So
if you believed it was a guy before you got started, why'd you race?
is that what is that the thing with the Lyles boy after he lost in the 200.
I got COVID, but then you partying, you in the club, nigga.
And now, yeah, like
Where
if
your
you got
mask at,
COVID,
fam?
you exposing all these people, so you wrong as hell.
Nigga was in the club,
Yeah,
going hard.
you shouldn't have been racing because
Got
you
no
exposing
goddamn
people.
COVID, man.
You
got
get what
your
I'm saying?
ass toe up. You understand me?
Yeah,
And your feelings was mashed up because you didn't do as well as you expected to do, man. And that's cool. But this is what I think. I could be wrong, but this is what I think. Because when you get this guy's on commercials and shit, right? He's got millions of dollars worth of endorsement deals. So at this point in his life, he got handlers. Somebody created that narrative for him. He didn't do that on his own. He was fucked up about losing, no doubt. He was tired, he was frustrated, probably a little embarrassed because he'd been talking shit, right? Somebody else stood before a camera and told somebody that he was sick.
and he ran with it.
He has to then
Dropped out the
He can't-
4x4 too.
contradict his team.
Man, and that was a horrible race for America, the 4x4.
You know,
man.
But we haven't won that in what?
But Jamaica was
24 years,
dominating
maybe?
it. Jamaica was dominating
Yeah,
it
it's
the
been a
last
couple
couple
of
of
decades.
decades.
That's why he dropped out because he's like,
Yeah,
we ain't
it's
gonna
been a
let
couple
him,
of
you know what I'm
decades.
saying?
But it's one of them deals, like once they put that out there, he got to stand with it.
Yeah.
Whether he actually down with it or not, he got to stand with it.
Okay.
So I can't knock him for that piece, but I don't think he created that. I think somebody else created it. But, you know, video surfacing of him in the club that night don't do him no favors. But also, I think because of the way the world moved, that should be forgotten about pretty quick.
So he had the spotlight
keep
on
it
him.
moving
He had
on,
spotlight.
no
Speaking of spotlight, man, what's your thoughts on Caitlin Clark here, man? Speaking of spotlights, because she's definitely helped moving the needle
I
with
think
the
the
WNBA.
WNBA made an error.
You think they should have put her on the Olympic team?
Absolutely. How in the fuck do you not? This chick is a phenom.
Let me ask you this: you think her game was ready, or you just think they should
Sure.
have did it for the following?
She the leading scorer on her team in the WNBA right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Her game. Now, is she better than anybody else that was on the team?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
Will she be? I'm sure she'll probably
Yeah,
pass
I
a
mean, if
couple
she
of them,
continues on the path she's
right?
on,
As current, though, no.
she's not. She
But-
wasn't better than none of them, but she has a following.
Bro, listen. I
She
got
has
to
a following.
sacrifice somebody. Because, I mean, look on the men's side. You going to tell me Tyrese Halliburton is better than Jalen
I'm
Brown?
finna say Jalen.
Derek
Brown should've
White
been
is better than Jalen Brown?
in. Jalen should have been in.
Fuck
there.
out
Did Jalen want to do it, or they just fucked
Yes,
over him?
he wanted to do
They
it.
fucked
and
over
they
him.
fucked up.
Yeah, I know they
Wait,
fucked
he
over
wanted
him.
to do it.
Yeah.
They
wow.
fucked over him. They fucked over him.
That's
bad.
why when the announcement was made, he said, really, Nike? Because
Oh,
I
yeah, he
believe
made
in
a
his
tweet.
opinion,
Yeah,
he believed Nike had something to do with him not.
because he
Getting on the
because he
team,
wear Nike
because
shoes
he-
and he cut the Nike emblem off of.
Yeah. Because he won't, he won't kiss the ring. Won't bend the knee like they want him to in certain areas. And Stephen A. Smith said that, and everybody called him all kind of cones and all that. But Stephen A. Smith said that Jalen Brown, as great a player as he is, was not a well-liked one by the powers that be. And as a result of that, right, he ain't going to get on this team. And then when it didn't happen, Stephen A. was like,
Right.
I told y'all, right? And Jalen Brown like tweeted,
Really,
something
Nike,
like
yeah.
really, this what we doing?
Yeah.
And it's no disrespect to Drew Holiday
But he's better than
or
Jalen.
Derek White
Just-
or Tyrese Halliburton, but Jalen Brown's a better player than all three of them.
Yeah.
You know, he just is. This guy was just Finals MVP, right?
Yeah. Is he first team All NBA or is he like?
He like the third highest paid player in the league. or some
Yeah, he
shit
was the
like
high.
that.
He had at the time he signed his contract. That was the biggest contract ever.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm saying, is he first team or is he second team All NBA?
I think he got to be one or the other.
Yeah.
I mean, gotta be, right? But this guy clearly earned a spot and didn't get one.
Yeah.
And you gonna tell me you gonna keep Caitlin Clark off because she quote unquote ain't earned the spot? Man, y'all better get that money. You know what I'm saying? There would have been people, bro, that would have took off work, stayed up, rented
has
a
a
TV,
following, bro.
went to a club. I don't know what the fuck they would have, but they would have watched her.
She has a
every
following.
fucking game.
Hey man, her and Angel Reese is.
And the thing is,
if
the
the
girl can
WNBA
hoop.
does this correctly, this is the women's version of Magic and Bird.
man.
If they do this
And
correctly,
the thing is, the girl can hoop, man. It
Yeah.
ain't like she can't hoop, right?
Yeah.
You know, she can hoop. Like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, oh, man, all she can do
the
is shoot threes.
script
That's bullshit.
is there because when Magic
You
and
know?
Bird entered the league, what the NBA was at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they moved the needle. So now you got this same shit going on with these women because what a WNBA is on a revenue perspective, right?
The opportunity's there,
The,
bro.
if they handle this correctly, man,
Opportunity's definitely there.
with Caitlyn and Angel Reese. I mean, and it's the same way. The rivalry started in college, just like Magic and Bird, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? They have the opportunity to promote
What
this
I believe, and
and
this
do-
is this
and get these girls some money, man.
can them women operate the way them men operated though?
What you mean?
Because Bird
Like
and
tricking
Magic
and flying dudes
was-
out? Oh, never mind.
Well,
my bad.
but they were smart enough because Bird and Magic didn't hate each other in real life. They just hated each other on the court,
Right.
right?
I don't think they hate
But they
each other.
let people think whatever they wanted
So-
to think.
Do them? You think they? How do you think these two feel about each other in real
I
life?
think they actually like each other,
I think so.
which
too.
is problematic for the revenue because you got to
you got to build a rivalry.
right,
But they can spin it if they, like he said. If
but they
can-
got to play the game.
They can take.
That's
it.
why I'm asking: can they play the game? Can they play the game? Can they get a little chippy
On
with
the
each other
court,
when
it
they
should-
play?
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it should be.
You know, can y'all do a little trash talking and get a little
Hey, see,
chippy
now Angel did
and do
that.
what y'all need to do, right?
Angel did that in college.
Yeah.
She just needs to let it transfer to the.
Yeah,
Cause remember
you got
all
to-
this
you got-
and
yeah,
remember
you
this
got to
here and
do that.
shit. Yeah.
You got
Angel
to do
did that
all
in
that,
college.
right?
Yeah,
You got-
yeah.
Not
Because
even
right now, Angel's my favorite player in the
Ed Hurd.
WNBA.
Really.
She's my favorite player in the WNBA. Angel.
Why?
It's just I like her
You
game.
think that girl fine? Go on. That's a
I've never
you
even
think
looked
that
at her in
girl
that
fine.
way.
Anyway,
Never looked
she
at her
be
in that
hooping
way.
though.
She fine.
She
I
be
never looked at her in
Oh,
that
I have
way.
no idea.
Okay,
That's
I've never
child.
looked at
I
it.
don't know. I'm an old
Okay,
ass
and
man.
what you think?
You
I
know.
mean, don't get me wrong, I ain't but 25, right? But she's still
Word.
younger than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, I like that hard-nosed, rebounding, dog type player that Angel is, man.
I don't think she's not as skilled
She isn't.
as I would like for her to be,
She isn't.
right?
She got a
There
big
are
upside.
definitely some other
Angel got a big upside.
big women. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want to say, but I don't want them to think I'm like saying anything about their
No, you
weight.
talk about the
right?
position she's
right?
playing. Yeah.
Because in the NBA, I would say a big man, right? A center, a power forward. There are other big men or big women, other women who play her position,
way more skilled.
who are way more skilled.
Asia,
right?
Asia Wilson.
Oh, but that's a monster. That's a whole nother.
Hey,
yeah,
fam,
a
that's
different level.
She
of the
got
game.
action. If she stay healthy, she got goat action.
Yeah,
She
that's a
got goat
different
action.
level of the game.
Yeah,
that
she got-
chick cold.
Yeah.
You
She got goat action.
Everybody else scoring 18, 19. That girl scoring 30.
Yeah.
That's a, like that's a different level of
Inside,
the game type
outside, handle. Yeah, she got
yeah,
goat. She
yeah,
got
she's something
she got
else.
goat written on her, man. If she
shit. But I
could-
just,
yeah.
man, I'm telling you,
But
I
see,
just think there's something here.
I think they need that in order
I think
for the
Caitlin
NBA
Clark
to
got
be-
people
I mean,
watching the WNBA that wasn't watching it.
to be like that. I think every star in that league has to have some kind of backstory.
But what's the backstory per se on Caitlin Clark?
Well, her and Angel Reese got the back and forth going.
That's
And then you look at what else they've been doing. They've been marketing. So the girls been dressing a lot flyer, right?
Yep.
They've been showing them on their walk-ins.
Yeah.
They've been showing them
have
on.
they?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Been showing them on their walk-ins. Been dressing a lot flyer. Because it was
so they copying. Yeah, which they, I mean, because it's like you have a model here,
Yeah.
right? You got.
hey
a
man, you
playbook
got
can
those
follow.
designers chunking them outfits now.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying?
So they got
because
that.
then you also have because it's like with a couple of these newer girls, you got some nice some lookers.
So is this part of the Caitlin Clark effect?
The spotlight definitely. Now Caitlyn ain't with all the fly shit all the time.
She came in there one time, all blue jeans. It was fly.
Yeah,
fly,
but I
bro.
mean she ain't on that.
Yeah, she wasn't.
She ain't
showing no
putting that
skin
shit
in there.
on like
Yeah,
some of them other ones is, man. You get not saying Caitlyn shit is trash or nothing, but That just you can
But
look
they
at it.
got
That ain't
like
her.
the-
That ain't
they
her.
got like makeup sponsors and
Yeah, that ain't
stuff
her.
like that now.
So you got these women putting this shit on. You got some lookers as well, because WNBA has had a history of the more tomboyish looking
Yeah.
women. You get what I'm saying?
Well, hold on.
So
fam,
now you
'cause
got-
there have been some nice looking women.
They
come
have
through
been.
the
They have
WNBA,
been. They
man.
have been. They wasn't getting
Yeah.
spotlighted though.
Yeah, but they got.
I'm on the Instagram.
They got some nice looking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they're marketing in that as well.
Yeah.
Because this the thing.
Yeah.
This the thing about men. We gonna be where the women at.
Sex
That's
sells.
generally, yeah.
Sex
yeah,
sells.
definitely.
Sex,
Definitely.
what,
So
I don't give
they-
a damn what it is. Sex
Yeah,
sells.
they highlighting this for the male viewers.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Ah.
saying?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because we gonna be, because women before 10, women before 11. It ain't never men before.
Because like legit, bro,
Because we going where they at.
viewership's doubled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, say what you want. I don't believe viewership doubles because Angel Reese is in the league.
No, it had something to do with Caitlyn as well.
I don't believe there's an as well there.
Oh, okay, so it has something to do with
Angel
Caitlyn.
Reese.
Yeah.
I believe if Caitlin Clark comes in the league and Angel Reese doesn't, those numbers still do
Still
what
there?
they're doing. I believe if Angel Reese comes in the league and Caitlin Clark doesn't, the numbers stay where they were.
You don't think it's a little boost?
I think it's the rival between them. Like that had me watching the college,
But that's,
and then when
He talk about the casual.
They
He talk about the
wasn't even-
casual fans.
bro, they wasn't even playing them.
You talk about the casual
And
fans.
the
he talking about.
viewership went through the roof.
Yeah. But you know,
For her.
But look at the numbers when they play each other.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying there's synergy,
Yeah.
right? Can't be denied.
Look at the numbers when they
Them
play
two
each other.
together definitely blow the roof off the place,
Dude.
right? But
And then let's not act
Angel
like
Reese
it's not a
and
black and white
Chicago.
Absolutely, it
thing.
is.
Let's not act like it's not
And
a
it-
black and white
this is
thing.
the thing.
'Cause we
And
watch
they
it.
need to play into that as well if that's gonna get the numbers.
This is the thing, though. When we say it's a black and white thing, I think people confuse that with us saying it's racism.
No.
And that's not what I be saying when I say it's a black and white thing.
Right.
What I be trying to tell people is that there are 5 times more white people than black people. White people, just like black people, want to see people that look like them
Well,
playing the sports they want to watch.
and that's who got
And they won't
their
date
eyes
people who look like them
To win, to be
good.
successful. Yeah.
Yep.
This chick is awesome.
Yep.
She's, I mean,
Man, did you see her first game
she
back?
got a little tomboy.
She was on shit, bro.
Yeah.
But
She damn near dropped the 30 ball,
that
man.
chick
yeah.
can hoop, man.
Yeah.
And it's exciting for them the same way it was exciting for us when Tiger Woods broke into golf.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they gonna watch it, right? And it's 5 times more of them, so that's 5 times more money than people
That's why
generate.
they watch it.
I don't.
And, you
this
know,
don't get me wrong.
I can't be mad at them for that.
I think
do
it's-
have a problem with them.
Crowning her the
like
goat
acting-
already.
Yeah, man.
Like, and this is what I'm
Like,
thinking.
come on, fam.
Don't get me
Acting like
wrong.
she just the
You
coldest
gonna
shit
have
ever.
some.
Come
You
on.
gonna have some vets because it's gonna always be some vets that can't stand her, right?
yeah.
Because I've been here and I'm better than her and I've been putting
Yeah.
it down, right? But I think big picture, they all appreciate.
Of course. My problem is don't do that shit on the media. Go beat her up on the court.
Yeah.
That's your job, right?
Yeah.
Don't get on the
Because-
camera and act like it's her fault. People want to watch her.
Yeah, no, because that ain't her fault.
Yeah.
But like I said, I do think big picture, whether you like her or not, big picture, you can appreciate her. Especially if I'm a player in the
Say,
WNBA.
man, yeah. Look.
Because you brought revenue to this. Now, next contract negotiation, we got a little more to bargain
You
with.
show up on my
Yeah,
job
man.
next week and then people put you next to me and I know you ain't got the credentials. I'm going to be like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But then they come to me and they say, well, look, man, as a result of Bodine being here, and the excitements that's driven around, we're going to give all you guys, a $20,000 pay increase.
And I am awesome like that. You know what I mean?
What?
I mean,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
that's a strong possibility some shit like
I'm
that
going
could
to get
happen.
out in the street
You know what I mean?
and go tell somebody something negative about Bodine, and I know he just basically,
Put some money in my
Caitlin
pocket.
Clark just put some bread in y'all pocket
Yeah.
just for showing up.
Yeah. Because they went from they got taking planes and shit now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
all that's been upgraded.
Charter flights.
Charter
now,
flights and
instead
shit.
of flying coach.
Yeah, all that's been upgraded, man. And,
Because they wasn't even flying first class,
No.
bro. They was flying coach.
Yeah. All that's been
The
upgraded.
motherfuckers was on Pioneer
And like I say,
Spirit shit,
Sitting on the
man.
side of that
And like I say, it's and those 12 Olympians on that women's team, she's not. I don't think she's better than any of them, right? But it wouldn't have been a bad business decision.
I
for
don't
the
think it
W.
would have been a bad decision
Yeah.
at all.
I don't think it'd have been a bad
business standpoint to a game standpoint.
Yeah, I don't think it'd been bad.
Because she played the kind of free ball international play likes anyway. I think she would have shined in the Olympics.
They
from
let
a
them get a
skill
little,
point.
but they got to let them get a little
You know?
physical. She'd have had a little issue with that.
Would she?
Yeah, she does a lot of crying.
Yeah, but she also be physical. She do the crime for the same reason everybody else do the crime. She trying to get a call.
Working the refs, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she played through that shit. I mean, that girl a hooper.
I'm not
quiet
denying
as a
that.
skip.
I'm
She a
not
hooper,
denying
man.
that. She's good,
know?
and another one has a very high ceiling.
Yeah. So
very
since
high
we
ceiling.
speaking on hoopers,
Yeah.
man, my man Bronny, man, or I mean, you know what I'm saying? What's y'all's feeling on old LeBron Jr., man?
On Bronny.
On old Raymond
He
Jr.
did what he supposed to do. Like what?
I mean, I'm saying, do y'all believe? And I ask myself this question, right? Because don't get me wrong, and it goes back, I guess, to what y'all was talking about anyway. I was talking about Noah Lyles, talking about there's a certain amount of egoism and attitude and arrogance that got to go into this. But I'm looking at Bronny James, right, as a player.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering how Bronny James look at Bronny James and sees an NBA talent.
Well,
I didn't necessarily see an NBA talent yet.
well,
You see potential.
Oh, I absolutely saw him
And
with
a
one
lot-
more year in college being ready.
Yeah, and you know
But
a lot of
in
the
that
draft is
moment,
based on
I didn't-
potential.
I didn't believe.
I think the Lakers made a business decision.
I'm gonna put it like
Yeah,
this.
they made a business decision.
If you go to Toys R Us, you've been going to Toys R Us with your son, I don't know, since he was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, Dad, you know, I want this car. Woo, woo, woo. You know, I'm gonna get you that car. He gets older. Dad, you know, I want this car. Woo, I'm gonna get you that car. But now, you got enough money to get that car, not really think about it. What you gonna do for your son?
Yeah, I'm definitely
You
getting.
gonna get that car.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting.
So LeBron
Yeah,
out
man.
there like, Dad, you know, I want to play basketball. Your kid don't know how to drive, but you're gonna get him that car.
Yeah, the opportunity presented itself,
And he took it.
and yeah, because
Now,
you know I fuck
How
around and
is
try to
that not
offset it for a
GOAT
year,
shit,
and you
though?
might not do it.
I never said he wasn't a GOAT. I
how
think
is
he's a
that
GOAT.
not GOAT shit, bro?
I think he's a
I'm the one said he wasn't.
Now, you said Jordan was your go-to.
I don't like Michael Jordan.
I'm talking about, bro. Say, man, that was some GOAT shit.
Yeah.
That's the greatest. That was the greatest move a nigga
That shit was so
has
beautiful.
ever done. for his
LeBron
son.
say, look, I mean, you know, ultimately, you know, I would definitely like, you know, it would be a dream.
Hey,
of
fam.
mine, you know,
And
if
then
I could
look at-
play with
Now,
my son.
year 2, we got to see how this gonna go. But
And
year
2
1,
years later, them people say, with the second round, with the
Yeah.
32nd pick or whatever.
year 1, the Lakers just could jack the price up on their tickets. They jacking the price up on jersey sales. All this.
yeah.
Now I want to see year 2 when the newness runs off.
This is the wild shit.
You get what I'm saying? I wonder how that's gonna go. But this year 1, this was strictly. I
Bro,
mean,
this cat got a
they finna
guaranteed
cake off.
contract.
second round got a guaranteed contract.
This nigga LeBron.
LeBron, he left some money on the table for him.
Yeah, about $1 million or
LeBron
$2 million. He said
told
that's for my boy.
LeBron say, look, this what I'm gonna do for y'all.
Hey, look at like it ain't still
Y'all
coming to the
want
same
me?
house.
Y'all want me for what?
Yeah.
What y'all want 2 more years? I think I got about 2 more. What y'all talking about? Let it tell you what. I'll tell you what I'm gonna
leave
do
2
for
on the
y'all.
table.
You know what I'm talking about? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. So this is my thing. And again, this is us. Because it's us be doing us like this, man. Because, like, for real, bro.
I've seen a lot of black
Why
folks
were we
that was
mad?
ridiculed. Yep.
Who ever gave a damn about a second round pick in the
I've seen a
NBA?
lot of black folks had something to talk about.
Niggas
with
was
that.
mad
Niggas
about
was
it,
mad.
man. And I'm like, bro,
Niggas was mad.
y'all ain't got
Niggas was mad.
finesses.
I said, how many times?
Yeah. Giannis brother.
Y'all his brothers. He had two of them over there at one point.
The one I call that boy Thigh Nasty.
Yeah. He had two
For
of
that
them over there
nasty
at one
work he
point.
be giving, baby.
And
Thigh
ain't neither
Nasty.
one of them two was better than Bronny is right now.
Nah,
Right?
nah.
Nobody complained.
Look, man.
This is about LeBron.
Look here, man.
It's
You
like,
see,
bro,
you
who
see.
was the Lakers' second round pick last year?
I don't know.
Don't nobody know.
Nope.
Look here,
Because
man.
y'all don't never care about the second round pick.
But this
Only
is the
reason
thing.
Y'all care now because it's that nigga.
The
man.
NBA is full of that. With Don Nelson Jr.
Mike Dunleavy Jr.
Okay.
We can keep doing this.
Yeah.
Right? The Barry brothers,
Come on.
Scooter, John.
Come on.
You know.
Come on.
I mean,
Coaches, the
Bill
big
and
brothers.
Luke Walton.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
Horace Grant and his kid.
Yeah.
No, it was Harvey and his kid. Yeah, I mean,
And
it's-
I'm not even talking about, because like some of these people we listed, their kids weren't good enough to play in the league, right?
Yeah.
But don't think they didn't get that special look.
Yeah.
You got the name, right? But I'm also talking about like these coaches, like we say Don Nelson and Don Nelson Jr.
Right.
You
But
got
look at
Don
guys
Nelson
like
Jr. You
Bum
got the
Phillips
opportunity because of
Bum
who your dad
Phillips.
was. Yeah.
and his son.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
These guys, you talking about guys who ain't never even Kyle Shanahan.
You get the opportunity because of your name.
Shanahan's son.
I mean, it is what it is.
Like these guys ain't even play football like talking about
And
it.
then-
And they get opportunities
Now,
at
now
coaching.
that I think about it,
Why the fuck Jordan didn't get his son in there?
I always wondered that.
I think they gave up on, they quit basketball.
The thing is, Marcus was decent.
Yeah,
though.
but he quit. He didn't even finish his senior year.
really,
He quit.
Nigga was decent.
He quit by like his junior year. He just he stopped playing ball. He stopped
Bro,
playing
can you
ball.
imagine the immensity of the pressure?
And that's
associated with
probably
being
why.
the son of LeBron James.
And Marcus
Not
probably,
only that, but his namesake.
yeah, but Marcus, and speaking of, man, did you see my boy
Yes.
overseas, Marcus Jordan? Did you see it?
Snorting cocaine.
Boy, a tear came to my eye.
I mean, it would appear that that is what he was doing. I can't definitively say that he was snorting cocaine, but I can't think of anything that he would be
definitively
doing.
Say he was snorting cocaine
I can't think of nothing else he would be doing that looked
because
like
the
that.
face after he snorted it was one of the happiest face. Did you see his smile?
Yeah, like I say, bro, like unless it was like something like some special K or something, which is, you know.
And he clearly, was oblivious
But look here,
to the fact that he was being
this
filmed.
my thing. Why not? Your dad is a
So-
billionaire.
That's, I guess, and that goes to my next question.
Rich kids doing rich kid shit.
That's probably one of them things, too. It's been going on forever and a day, right?
Yeah.
I ain't never, like, do they realize, like, legit who they people is? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Some of them do.
Is there a way for
Some of 'em
Sasha
do.
and Malaya Obama, per se,
No.
You
to
remember?
really consider?
Remember she was at the concert and looked like she hit the
don't
weed that time. That was a big
Yeah.
old thing. You remember that with the
Yeah.
Obama girl? Yeah.
But it's like,
I
your
don't know.
old man, legit president of the United States of America.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The leader of the free world.
And you in high school,
I
bro.
don't know. I don't know.
Can you like, I'm wondering how they walk around with that.
Like you
Man.
said with
You know?
Marcus. With
He
Marcus
and
Jordan,
you just know it was the finest,
I think he knew-
purest Peruvian funk
course.
available. Oh my
Here you go,
God!
Jay.
Like,
Here you go.
my face getting numb right now
There you go.
thinking about
Y'all-
this shit. You
y'all
know what
knew it
I'm
was
saying?
coming.
man?
Don't act like
all
y'all
the
didn't
hair
know.
standing up on the back of my neck right
Y'all
now.
knew this
Damn,
shit was coming,
this
bro.
shit, like, it's like, are you really snorting coke? Are you really asking me
Look like-
this bullshit? What else am I supposed to be doing?
What else you
Look
think?
like somebody hit it with that wonderful, nasty.
Come on, man.
That boy.
He ain't got nothing but else to do.
The finest, the pure. Oh my God, man.
Oh, shit.
That shit, you got the flakes and the crystals in it. You hold it up to the light, look like a disco ball.
Too deep.
You know what I'm saying, man?
You going in too deep.
Allegedly.
Hey.
All this is alleged. You know what I'm saying?
Say it looked like a disco ball.
God damn, man.
That boy. Put a razor blade on that shit like breaking concrete.
Come
Boy,
on,
y'all don't
man.
know what the hell's going on?
Motherfucker. need a hammer and a chisel.